good morning, and welcome to the Brenda Perryman Show right here on TV 33, WHPR, Comcast 90 in Detroit, in Oakland County. We're all over the world, courtesy of the World Wide Web. And I have a very special show today. I have an icon of the city of Detroit, and I'd say the world, because that's how much she is regarded. And I have some fitness for us. We're going to talk to Jahara, and we're going to talk to her about fitness and Zumba and all that good stuff, because beginning of the year, everybody wants to get in shape. That's the first thing people tell me. Oh yeah, I'm going to get in shape. Yep, I got a poem about that one. All right, wZana. Good morning.
Good morning, Brenda.
wZana is the owner of Spectacles. Spectacles is that wonderful store downtown in Detroit, and it's black owned. And I wanted to highlight her this morning for a while because so many people know her. Young people, old people like me, and everyone, they know her.
Oh, you're not old, Brenda.
Anyway, thank you, my sister. Okay, wZana. How long? Wait, I need to know about you though. Where'd you grow up?
I'm a native Detroiter, graduate of Central High School.
Central,
the Big CE, and also graduate of Wayne State University. Got a degree at Ferris State. Went to school in Atlanta for a minute, but ended up at Wayne State. And while I was at Wayne State, I opened up my first store on Dexter Avenue.
Dexter and what?
Dexter and Richton.
Yeah, we all grew up around Dexter. I used to walk to school. My school was on Dexter. I went to St. Gregory's, but it was further down Dexter. Yeah. And my in-laws lived on Burlingame near Dexter. So Dexter is just all in our lives.
Right. It was home for me, too, right there next to Carl Shrimp. It was a very vibrant area. Vaughn's bookstore was across the street from us. So I was very fortunate to get started on Dexter when things were really, really happening for us. That was back in the 70s.
Right.
And then I had a store on the Avenue of Fashion, right at 7 Mile across from the old
Was it
Seagulls.
always called Spectacles?
No, that store was called wZana after me.
Oh, okay.
That was a huge store. That was a big store. And in '84, I came downtown and opened up Spectacles because I wanted something that was a little smaller, a little easier to manage. I wanted to be downtown, close to the water, where I would meet an international clientele.
Excellent. So why the name Spectacles?
Well, I wanted, at the time I was selling eyewear to entertainers that were entertaining at Axos. I wanted to work with live bands, and they would be on stage making a spectacle of themselves. So I said if I dress the band, they buy the glasses. It had a twofold meaning, So if you buy something from Spectacles, you're bound to get a compliment, and therefore you're making a spectacle of yourself in a positive way.
So you've been downtown 30 years.
Since 1984.
Yeah, that's
in the same location.
In the same location, right on Grand River.
East Grand River, 230 East Grand River, near the Broadway People Mover Station.
Yeah.
Adjacent to the new YMCA.
Yeah.
Around the corner from the new Punch Bowl Social.
Have you been there?
No, I haven't, but I've been getting all the reviews. It's been pretty busy, crowds have been lining up. There's so many new eateries downtown. It's amazing that all this could be happening all at once.
Now, you've seen the changes in Detroit from downtown. You've seen Detroit change. You've seen it in different phases, right?
Yes, yeah.
Tell us what it was like when you first moved.
Well, when I first opened up, J.L. Hudson's was still open. So that was a big draw for us to be close to the old J.L. Hudson site. Then when they moved out and they imploded the building, that changed everything. That changed the whole facade of downtown. And things didn't really pick up until they refurbished the Hudson's warehouse and moved 36th District Court right across from the music hall. So I got a chance to be a part of that insurgence of people going to the courts, people dropping by. You can't wear shorts, they need a pair of pants, that type of thing.
Oh,
So it's good to be around businesses that are open and viable, and the courts are definitely viable every day.
yeah, they are. What
And
about traffic from people, Tigers games
well,
and
see,
stuff?
that was very interesting too because nobody knew where the stadium was going to be. And then when they moved the gym theater, that was an amazing. It was the largest building at that time that had ever been relocated, and they put it on these big steel rods, and slowly but surely, it kept coming closer and closer, and it was almost like a monster, because outside my door this building was just coming, and it was on stilts, and then
Oh,
it was amazing. They moved the Elwood Bar and
yeah, I remember
the
they
gym
moved
theater,
that.
and that brought a lot of positive patrons too, to the music hall. They want Harmony Park, which they're calling it Harmony Park Paradise Valley, to be kind of like a arts and entertainment
I used
center.
to teach a class at Paradigm.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Uh-huh.
you remember the
On ag.
paradigm?
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because Detroit Windsor used to be up
That's right.
there, and I
And do you
taught
remember when Donald
Walden.
Walden
Yeah,
had his
uh-huh.
after-hours
Right,
jazz club
right,
right in Harmony Park?
right. And Donald, I got to know him through Paradigm, and I taught some acting classes up there on Debbie's in Debbie's
In Debbie's
space,
space.
and
Okay.
then that was just and plus I gave acting lessons to some of her dancers, so it was just a wonderful place to be.
Yes, Harmony Park has always been our own little Soho in Detroit, so it's been a pleasure for Spectacles to be there and to be there because, people from all over the world, Japan, Berlin, Spain, they come to downtown Detroit and they end up in Harmony Park.
Yeah, yeah, they do. I mean, because it is like a little Soho,
Yeah.
So
We've
Soho
got a
is.
lot of great shops on the East
Oh
Grand
yeah.
River now. I've got great neighbors, along with the new eateries. We do have several small businesses that are viable right in my block.
Oh, what? Like what?
Well, we have DSE, which James Morse owns, and then
What is that about?
it's a T-shirt shop, but it's something of his own brand. And right
Uh-huh.
on the corner there, we just got in another guy that paints on gym shoes, and he's so talented.
Oh wow.
El Capi, I think he calls it. He just moved in about a month ago, and
Uh-huh.
uh, old retailer that is very popular at the pop shop. And then we have a young lady named Tracy who has a beautiful handbag store. We got a taco restaurant right there. I mean,
Really?
people just don't know what is available to them downtown. We're right outside of the Detroit Lions Stadium,
Yes.
the Tiger Stadium.
Yes.
You
Do
got
you
the
get
DAC.
traffic from there when they're either going or walking? Because I see people walking.
We are getting more traffic, but just like the courts or any new business that comes in, Punch Bowl Social, Buffalo Wild Wings, it takes time for people to get comfortable. Right now, they want to get to the venue and check that out. They want to see what's going on. And if the weather is bad, they're moving pretty briskly
Yeah.
because everybody knows that the Lions Stadium is beautiful and they want to be a part of that. So I think it's just going to be a while, but we're expecting things to really, really blossom this spring and summer.
Excellent. Now, can you tell us some of the most memorable times that you've seen? And because you're down there in the
Yeah, yeah,
mix.
but one of the, gosh,
Highlights.
uh, MC Hammer did a video in Harmony Park.
Did he?
Oh yeah, this was during Hammer time, and he came in the store, and he bought everybody something. So that was a great moment.
Every time I think of him, I'm going, I want to
Yeah,
go
yeah,
this
yeah.
way.
And Kid Rock DJ'd in the store. He came in and bought our I Love Black People T-shirt, wore it
You
on.
had a I Love Black People T-shirt.
Yeah, and
I
he,
wish I would have known that. I would have gotten that.
gosh, well, you got one coming. He wore that on Run's House, and that became very popular and iconic for the store because it was on
Now, who
television. It was
created
on.
that T-shirt?
I'm not really sure, but we keep it in stock.
So, how do you find items like that?
Well, because we have been around so long, people sometimes seek us out because they want to test the market in Detroit. And they say, well, who do we have in Detroit? And other vendors will tell other vendors about you. It becomes word of mouth. One of the things you have to do is, just have a good business, have good hours, and people will find you if you're helping yourself and you're giving good service.
So, how was it during the Super Bowl?
Oh, the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was a fantastic time, but it didn't really transfer into big bucks for us because you had people from outside that came in and set up their Super Bowl. I couldn't compete with them. We were open and we enjoyed it, but the most popular thing that ever happened was when Kwame was elected mayor, and they closed Broadway. They put a beach out. This was when the two bands were at Ford Field. I think it was like the Louisiana and maybe a school from like Howard. They had the Battle of the Bands.
Oh yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. I went to that.
That was fabulous. That was fabulous for business. We had people coming in that were families, black families, that came down and supported us. People were dancing in the street. Everything was very vibrant that weekend. And now that's the best weekend that I've ever had at Spectacles was the Battle of the Band weekends with those two black colleges.
Wow, amazing. Now you have some very nice items. I have them here on the, like like this is a cap.
But it's not
But
just
it's not,
it,
no, that's
okay.
that's the point I was trying to make. It's more than just a cap.
Well,
Can
it's
you tell-
exclusive, first of all. You can't find this anywhere else. This
know.
is from the Secret Society. This is a company out of Queens, New York. And from time to time, we carry their products because it is exclusive. So
Right.
this is the pom-pom skelly, which is very popular with everybody right now. They just like having this little pom-pom on top of their head. So we've been doing the pom-pom skelly.
is-
That's that Secret Society. They kind of abbreviated
Abbreviated,
it.
Secret Society.
So that's our newest item. So I brought that. But what's most iconic is our Soul Detroit T-shirts. Right now everybody is trying to do something about Detroit.
Right.
We've been selling this for some time.
Can you open it up?
This one is for you. I brought you
Oh,
a
I am
sweatshirt
like-
because it's kind of cold in the
I am
wintertime.
like so.
And this
as
is
Matt
our.
Moore say, I'm geeked. Soul Detroit. This is wonderful.
And it comes for men and women, tees.
I'm gonna have to wear it on the show.
That would be nice.
I will wear
that
it
would be
on the
nice.
show.
So I brought this in, and I just brought a few
Okay,
things.
let's kind of go through some of the things.
We
Thank you
always
so
carry
much.
eyewear, which you see the
Okay,
eyewear over here.
spectacles.
Yeah, so these are knockoffs of designer frames, but we try to have personality glasses. A lot of people like sunglasses, but a lot of people like to wear
I
just clear frames.
know.
And the round frame has been the most popular. Right here down at the bottom, Brenda. This
Okay.
round one is real popular. This one we call the Jill Scott.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that one we call the Samuel Jackson.
Ah,
Because Samuel Jackson always
I
looks like he's
know.
ready to play
with
golf.
those snakes on that MF and plane.
This is a knockoff of a Cutler and Gross frame.
I want to see this top one. What is this?
And we call that one the Jill Scott because you
Oh,
can
yes.
see Jill sometimes.
She does have on.
When you're selling, you always want to have a story or a name or something for all your
Yeah,
products.
that's what I think.
I think you ought to keep those.
That's what I think.
Then we brought the G-Shock. Just brought one in to go with the black and gold sweatshirt.
I love black watches, as you can see, but this is so sharp.
Then I have mine on. I like black too. The black
wow.
on black.
Oh,
And the
that's
G-Shocks, you can throw them up against the wall. They won't break.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So that's a real good
So if
accessory for us.
So if people decide to fight, they won't break their watch. No, I'm just talking.
But spectacles is more than just an accessory store. We do sell fashion. We do have clothing. It's more of a men's boutique. We do have things for women, accessories and jewelry. But along with that, we brought some of our Detroiters music. These are some local Detroiters. Brandon Williams is our #1 seller right now. That just came out.
Yeah.
Monica Blair, who was
She's
just
a friend
recently
of the
here.
show. She was a friend of the show. Monica Blair performed a New Year's Eve night with Michael Henderson. She performed "Take Me, I'm Yours," and you know this girl is talented. Just had her on the show.
This is DJ Dez and DJ Butter. That's brand
Oh, I
new.
know Butter.
You know
I
Butter?
know Butter. He's been on the show. I tell
And
you.
and this is Zoe. We hear all Detroit artists usually come through Spectacles. A lot of them have worked there when they were teenagers, and it's my pleasure to
This
watch
is
them blossom.
wonderful.
This is Sax Appeal.
I
That's
know
another
Daryl.
Detroit. You know
Daryl.
Ladero? Uh-huh.
Yeah, his wife. I know his
Yeah,
wife.
they all performed. Then we have some Jay Dilla, Elzai,
Yes.
Slum Village.
My Dukes has been on the show. Slum Village, we know.
This is a new artist from, we just got her CD, and this is our newest CD.
Who is that?
This is Danny Cassette, Dynamic. Monica Blair just brought her to town, so she performed last weekend. You can keep that one. I'm sure she'd like for you to have a copy.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
I
along
can't
with,
wait.
with the music, you know, we try to bring in some iconic
I'm
books.
rocking Jill Scott right now, so I'm trying to see. Okay.
We always keep the YBI book.
Oh, yes. Young
That's-
Boys Incorporated. A lot of people like to read about them.
Yeah, so that's something, you know, whenever we get an opportunity to vend, people just pick up on that book. You know, most people have already had a copy, but somebody borrowed their copy.
I know, and they don't give it back. I know about that.
I brought Detroiter Leslie Reese's poetry book.
I know Leslie.
You know
I
Leslie?
we've been on the same poetry show back in the 90s.
Yeah, she was recently at the Monica Blair show with her sister Tracy Reese,
I know
the
Tracy.
Detroit designer.
I had Tracy's comforter and sheets.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
And then, of course, we have Chris Campbell, who is a jock
Right.
on the radio, and he
I
has a
didn't
book
realize
out.
he had the
Yeah, he
book.
has a couple of books out, and this is all about the essentials of neo soul. So
Oh,
these are
okay.
all Detroiters,
Oh, wow.
and I
of
know you know
course-
Ken Coleman.
Of course, he's one of my co-hosts on Table Talk.
Yeah,
Ken, his On This Day in African American Life in Detroit, which I highlight every week.
and $1 million worth of nerve.
Yes, 2 weeks ago he was in here with $1 million worth of nerve, and I just love this book because it highlights not only the entertainment industry, it highlights business, black entertainment.
It's so needed, and it sells very well for
And
us.
in my book, with Alberta Adams just passing away, I wrote in my book, passed on, so as we watch some of these icons leave, if we commemorate the day, because she died on Christmas. Yes, she died on Christmas, so I wrote in here, she passed away. And it's my own little remembrance because when the book was done, she had not passed
Oh,
away.
there's Sonny Wilson. I remember
Oh,
Sonny.
yes, Sonny Wilson. We talked about him,
Oh,
yes.
yeah. He was quite an icon around our city.
Right, and they have doctors, black doctors, who were, in fact, these are the black doctors on front from Dunbar Hospital, which was the major hospital that black people
Isn't that
went to.
amazing?
Girl, I'm into history.
Okay.
I'm majorly into history because, too, I wrote a play on Dr. Sweet. Dr. Sweet's tinderbox that dealt with him and the trial, because white people gathered all over around his house on Garland Street on the east side of Detroit.
Right.
And they started throwing rocks and everything, and it was he, his wife, and two of his brothers, and the rest were friends. They were inside the house, and Dr. Sweet brought guns to protect themselves. And there was a shot came from within the house, and it hit one of the white men and killed him.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
so, yes, so they took them all to jail. And they were jailed with no bail. And their second lawyer, I guess the first trial was Clarence Darrow was their lawyer. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. I've read Detroit history, yeah,
Yeah, and so they had two trials, all white juries. The first was a hung jury, and the second one they were acquitted. So
Oh,
that says something because there were neighbors who came on the stand and lied, but it said something about the judge. The judge was Frank Murphy, and he insisted that they be fair. And so the gentleman who played Frank Murphy was retired Judge William Giovanni.
oh, okay.
And Bill Giovanni has now got a lecture on Frank Murphy, and he goes around talking about him and the trial and everything. So a lot of history came out of that. And Dr. Sweet worked at Dunbar Hospital also.
Well, we try to have books included in the shopping experience at Spectacles because we're dealing with a lot of young men. So we want them to have something to read. And this is something, a lot of times they need a little introduction and a little nudge to get them involved in the reading experience.
I
So
can sell some books.
the whole thing is,
I
our
love
slogan
this.
is read about the black experience, buy a book from Spectacles.
Oh, that's wonderful because when they do buy that book, I mean, everybody got some downtime. If we could get people off those phones
Yeah.
too a little bit, because we go to the doctor's office instead of reading a magazine, we're reading that phone.
Well, you can find some books on phones, but it's about getting them involved. Some people do like to have
I still like to hold the book, even though I have some Kindle books. I do like to hold some books.
this is the times that we're in. I've got that young person that's on their phone, and I've got that old person that needs the CD and needs the hard copy.
Absolutely.
So you've got to be kind of all over the place now because I can imagine what the Industrial Revolution was like because but change is going so fast now. It's hard to keep up. I mean, with Twitter and all the different medium
and
right.
of course Facebook.
So,
and
so we are
everything.
looking for some help with our social media and some people that really understand what it means to be a salesperson.
Yeah, you are looking for that.
Yes.
So am
people
I.
that believe in uh, meeting a need, because a good salesperson finds out what it is that you need, what your tastes are like, and then you proceed. Because it's not a good sell if that person gets home and wonders, why did I buy this?
Right, right. And the thing about your shop is people can converse, and
Oh,
it's
that
a
is
meeting
fun.
place, isn't it?
Yes, it's a place where people get reconnected because they've been away for a while. So they come back and they want to know how.
We have Brother Soul on the line. Good morning
Good
and Happy New
morning. Good
Year.
morning. Live and in color, sisters. How are you doing? And Happy New Year.
Thank you.
I was calling because I didn't know Spectacles was still open. I used to shop there a while back when they used to have. I was wondering, do you still have Spike Lee's clothing, 40 Acres and a Mule? Remember the fever hats and the
Right,
40 Acres?
right. That was back in the 90s. We
Yeah,
miss you.
yeah.
Spike Lee is no longer producing merchandise. He did an anniversary line a few years back with Echo, but right now there's no available merchandise. I still have a few pieces in my closet, and from time to time someone will, you know, get me to bring out a piece or two. But it's no longer available, but we'd like to invite you back to the store because we still do have some very progressive pieces that I think you'd relate to.
Well, I thank you very much, and I'm happy to see you still moving and grooving and staying in business. That's what it's all about, sister. And I hope you have a progressive year and that things get even greater for you.
Happy New Year. Come see
Happy
me.
New
When
Year
should
also.
she expect you?
I shall, and I shall proceed. And you ladies have a beautiful day.
Thank you.
Bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was wonderful.
Yeah.
See, we got to let people know you're still around. You're still there.
Yeah, it's true. I just had a gentleman come in because he wanted to take in everything, and he was so surprised that we were still there. And he was like, "The last time I was here, my son was graduating from high school." And I said, "Well, how old is your son now?" He said, 32. I was like, "Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, where you been?"
Everyone, spectacles. wZana's here. She's in the store. most all the time.
Most of the time, I'm there.
That is
I
wonderful.
enjoy my work. I enjoy being there.
Well, it's nothing like it. It's nothing like it, and you are unique. And I am so happy to just know you because you're an icon, and people who are icons should be known. So
Thanks for
let's
having me,
say the
Brenda.
address and the website because there is a website.
Yeah, our website is spectaclesdetroit.com, and Instagram is SpecDET, SPECDET. We're at 230 East Grand River, downtown Detroit,
And phone number?
313-963-6886.
Wow, fabulous. And come in and get some of these glasses. I rocks these when I sing. You know I do sing. Well,
You
my
sing too?
my
Okay.
throat. Yeah. So stay tuned, everybody. I want to thank you. Stay tuned for Jahara to come on and let's get physical. Be right back.